going into the map.
Let's go.
There's no stream sync at the moment, so you'll have to bear with the bit of the delay between the players. Oh!
Yeah,
and
early miss
Asmuund's just
from
picked up an
Asmuund.
Asmuund.
Yeah, so that's not good at the start of the map. But, I mean, it is a more speedy map. It is the fastest map in this map pool, so I think misses will happen.
He also, since it was at the start of the map, he has a lot of time to hopefully recover from the miss, and hopefully, for his sake, Cirzzo might miss as well, and even out the playing field, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, but look at those full-on crossovers. Those are brutal.
Yeah.
And, oh no, Asmuund! He's struggling! He's actually failed the level.
Oh, has he failed? My panel is kind of bugging out a bit, so...
Yeah, both players are missing, but yeah, he dropped right down. So this is really playing into Cirzzo's flavor. Because really, in order for Cirzzo to really lose this, is to have a moment like Asmuund did, and really just kind of miss a large section within the streams.
Definitely. But since they're almost halfway through the map, that chance is becoming less and less likely for Asmuund to recover.
Yeah.
And he's still picking up the odd miss. I think he's kind of just... He might be kind of conserving his energy, but who knows, he could just kind of have accepted this map and then is kind of preparing for the next ones.
This might be his warm-up, although, to be fair. So maybe this is why he's playing, is not necessarily for the sake of just trying to win, but to actually just get himself warmed up and ready for the rest of the matches. Because if he was really trying to conserve his energy after that miscount, I would have probably stopped playing.
Yeah, a lot of people do if they're trying to just completely just save up for whatever comes next.
I mean, an example of that would have been Sarah and Garsh, when Garsh just pulled the move, I think, on 3 Bastards, and just sat down and turned the opposite way right at the beginning of the map.
Oh, that move.
Yeah. And Sarah still FC'd that map. But he's not pulling that card. He's actually playing, so that's interesting.
I mean, for all we know, he could use his replay on this if he thinks that he could maybe play a bit better on a second run, but we'll have to see. Who knows if he's just kind of getting to grips with the map again, and then he's going to come back in with an FC, amazing AC, and completely wipe the floor.
Yeah. But this is Cirzzo's pick, so I do think he's very unlikely to replay this. Like, he's really struggling with these high streams. Like, oh.
It's very wide by the looks of things. Just a lot of kind of full length crossovers and a lot of towers, a lot of bursts with sliders, and that's the...
I think... yep, here we go.
Yep, and we're going in. And instantly, 98 across both players. It's obviously quite the slow section of the map, but any kind of high AC at the start is always a good start for any sort of map. Sets you up for whatever patterns come next.
Yeah, both. And this is quite a long map as well. It's around 4 minutes long, so it's definitely on, you know, a lot of opportunities to fall but also improve on.
Definitely. It's not very intense on the stamina, but it's still, quite long.
Yeah. And I mean, as well as that, Cirzzo, I think, even got caught out by that upper left note for the right hand. From what I could tell.
Since he's dropped quite a bit of AC, going down to a 975, but
yeah, he definitely
was coming down to meet him.
Yeah, he definitely found it quite off-putting because you could kind of just see him just kind of really quickly correct his swing there. Definitely losing a lot of points there. But
I mean, with the small nose that he's got, it could have easily just kind of jumped him because it's kind of hard to notice them unless obviously you're used to them.
Yeah. But in general terms, it does look like Asmuund is finding this to be much easier to hack, holding about a 0.3% difference right now. So quite comfortably in the lead, but not too comfortable to have a miss.
Yeah, it could still go either way. For if either player misses, then it's still kind of, it could still go either way with a miss, but obviously it makes the gap a lot bigger, or puts Cirzzo in the lead, since at the moment Asmund's leading with about a 0.2 lead-ish.
Yeah, Asmuund dropping a wee bit in that section. I think he just had a few bad, just general swings really there. While Cirzzo is holding a lot more comfortably with his ag, but still is a bit low compared to Asmuund.
And as we're halfway through, there's a point, hold on, kind of a 0.25 gap between the two players, which is a sizable lead for Asmuund, but there's still chance for Cirzzo to act his heart out for the last half, or Asmuund to maybe get a few bad lead-ins or miss, and we'll have to see in the last section as it starts to build up slowly at the moment.
Yeah, right at that pause, I did notice the points gap was, I believe, around 2,200, so it is very tight still.
Very small gap, can go either way. And as it starts to go into the, I think the last drop.
I believe so, yes. Yeah, we're in the last minute now. So it's really gonna come down to this. There is a few interesting kind of sideways swings in this, as well as the general lower half up and down swings, which can sometimes be easy to just not quite full swing properly.
Yeah, definitely. If there's an angle that catches you off guard, or I don't think there's any 90 degrees in this, but if you misread it, you could easily bad cut it, and then that's obviously going to be a massive kind of hit to your points, because with both players on an FC, one miss could call it for either of them, especially this close to the end.
Yeah, and we are literally on the last 15 seconds now, and I don't see the gap changing that much, to be honest. I think both players are pretty comfortable, and I believe that will be Asmund's map to take.
With a 0.15 lead, which is very close with around is that kind of 2.53k points? Oh, and here we go.
And we're already into it. We're going very fast for these matches, trying to catch up with the schedule. But I mean, we could already see right at the start there is definitely a few awkward angles in this map. Not the easiest map to necessarily hack.
Yeah, with a lot of the angles and kind of movement that Josh put into this map, it is hard to hack, but it's still not too difficult, so I don't think the players will struggle to both get high kind of accuracies. However, some of the kind of movement from kind of one side to the other could catch one of them off guard, and they could miss.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, both players are still in that 97% range, so they're definitely not finding it too difficult to hack.
Definitely not. And with, well, there's a 0.4 lead to Cirzzo, so he certainly had a good start to the map. Although, as the map kind of carries on, that could change. He may not be as strong in the kind of I wouldn't say weirder patterns, but more unique patterns that are coming up in this next section.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, I do think Cirzzo might actually be able to take advantage of these more weirder patterns. But we're about to find out as we kind of hit the drop just before it.
Yep, here you go. Here are those bomb resets that could easily kind of catch someone off guard if they're not ready.
So I'm keeping an eye on the Yak, and it seems like Cirzzo is holding pretty well, but is dropping slightly at some points.
They both seem to be dropping at kind of the same rate. They're still maintaining that 0.4 gap between the two. So it still looks like it's leaning in Cirzzo's favor, but anything could happen. We're only halfway through. there's still a sizable amount of map left for something to go wrong or something to go right for Asmuund. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, the end of that. 0.4%. Asmuund is climbing a wee bit, but it's a pretty big gap.
It's a pretty big gap, but there's still a chance that Cirzzo could drop. He's slowly kind of dropping below that 97, but he's kind of hovering a couple of like points below it, so he could easily still kind of creep back into that.
Oh, we're about to find out as we kind of hit the second main section of the song.
I can't remember if this is the last drop or like second to last drop.
I think it's second last.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've kind of listened to the song. And as we go in, there's a 0.2, kind of 0.2, 0.25 difference between the two players.
But Cirzzo having one miss right there, and that equals them.
That's put Asmuund just ahead. So as long as Asmuund can stay consistent and keep his act up, this could go to him.
That was one of the awkward angles that you did mention earlier. I think he just got completely caught off guard by that.
Yeah,
and that is going to be enough. Because there's not enough map left. We're right at the end.
Yeah, that seems to be it for Cirzzo.
And I think that's going to be a replay called.
Possibly.
That is definitely a replay call moment right there.
Oh, with a 1k point difference, that is just about a miss, if not a bit less. So FC, and then we'll see if he can kind of beat Asmund's score and obviously the new score that he sets.
Yeah, back in the evil red room.
This time, Asmund kind of holding an act lead by a little bit compared to last time, which was, I think, in Cirzzo's favor, but
yeah, last time it was very equal, I believe, last time, but I think Asmuund has now kind of familiarized themselves with the map, and I think that sometimes that is just enough to pop off.
Definitely.
Just having that initial familiarization and knowing how to approach everything.
Because, I mean, as much as you can practice a tournament map, you never remember everything that happens in the map until you've played it at the time. So then now it's fresh in his memory, he knows exactly what's going to go. And, oh, he's caught a miss. I take back what I said.
So
and
really?
Miss.
Oh, two misses. Oh. This is, well, really, this is now all on Cirzzo now, really.
Yeah, he has to beat a, I think it was a 96.67, I think, around that, so he's...
I will double check that for you, but I believe it was... I don't think I can actually see unless he's put in a different name, I'm not sure. I don't think he's wrote down results, so I can't really
Someone
see.
in chat said a 96.69, so around the kind of high 96.6, so it's still in his kind of park to obviously kind of keep his act up, which he's a bit lower than what he was last time. He's already on kind of like the 96.85, so he's lower than his first run, but he's still obviously keeping the FC, so he can still keep it there and still obviously keep that point lead.
Yeah, but can I just say, despite Asmuund having a miss, and I believe a bomb hit as well, still being at the 96.4.
He does have very good accuracy, and he's got 2 combo breaks. So,
I genuinely think he might be able to improve his score here, actually.
He could do, yeah. He's still got a minute 20 left, so he could easily kind of reach close to what he had last run.
But really, it's going to come back again to this kind of second and final drop. It's all going to come down to this. Definitely. Because this was where he missed in the first map, or the first try of this.
We'll have to keep an eye on it and see what happens.
But I think he cleared that section where he did miss without missing, so I think we're good.
He should. Oh, and Asmuund picked up another miss in this section.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the looks of things, Cirzzo's keeping his combo, and unless any of these last few notes kind of catch him off guard, he should be taking the map with kind of a 1% lead over Asmund's best score.
Yeah, and that is it. Map is basically over at this point.
And there you go.
There you go.
Let's see what the map's like.
It is categorized as pretty balanced, so.
Oh yeah, so it could be anything.
Yeah, it could be. I think it will probably be kind of pretty techy, but also have some, you know, kind of standard patterns for the most part.
And the axe kind of bouncing between them. Asmuund had the lead at the start, but at the moment Cirzzo's kind of crawling away with the axe. Currently at a 0.2 lead and kind of bouncing up and down around there, so we'll see as the song kind of picks up if he can keep that lead or if Asmuund kind of pulls back, which he already kind of has.
Yeah, and Asmuund does start to actually take the lead, but I mean, honestly, they're bouncing a lot. It could go anyway.
They're just kind of waiting for one player to miss or one player to just not get good ack on a couple of the notes.
Or just a bad slider. Away.
He's like already kind of closed the gap. Not closed the gap, created the gap of kind of 0.4.
Yeah.
And rising.
Cirzzo is struggling a wee bit now with these doubles, kind of struggling to act them quite as good as Asmuund does. And oh no!
Oh, was that a miss on both sides?
No, it's only a miss on Cirzzo.
No, both missed.
Oh,
they both missed around the same area, so Asmuund's still holding that 0.3 gap above Cirzzo, even with a miss on both sides. So it's still even across the board, kind of.
I had a wee bit of a delay with the Asmuund miss.
Oh, right.
So I'm not sure what happened with that, but anyway. This is interesting. Oh, but these bomb resets.
That's so close.
They're so scary. Jesus Christ.
So close. So easy to kind of clip one of them. Oh, I thought Asmuund missed.
Oh. I am nervous watching this.
Yeah. The song is very, very good though. I'm gonna say.
It's just like a good balance of everything. All elements.
Oh, and with kind of 15 seconds left, Asmund's holding that 0.2 lead, but anything can happen in these last kind of couple of turns.
There's a wee burst at the end. Does that make a difference?
Can he hold it?
No,
I think he's held it.
Asmund's still got a wee bit of play.
There we go, and he's held it.
Is that it?
Yep, with a 0.2 lead. Asmuund will be taking the fourth map, which means we will be moving on to the tiebreaker.
Oh, actually, never mind. Got this map.
And we're going into it.
Oh, DMCA song.
Yeah. Rip the VOD. Rip the VOD.
Rip the VOD.
Oh, Asmund's having some tracking kind of issues. Ooh. I don't know if you saw that on his left saber. Luckily, he didn't.
Oh yeah, I see that. Ooh.
Currently very, very close. Less than a 0.05 gap. Although Cirzzo did just climb quite a bit, so it's kind of close to a 0.1. But it's hard to call the ag difference with such a slow map because it bounces so much depending on how well the players kind of play.
Yeah, but bear in mind this map is very quick. It's only 2 minutes.
Very short, but still very easy to ag. As you've seen that Asmund's kind of caught up and now it's very, very even. Could go either way. Hopefully that tracking on Asmund's left hand doesn't make him kind of mess up because it is.
It's making me nervous.
Yeah.
Oh. I just saw it just bounce and I thought they had a bad cut moment, but no, thankfully that didn't happen.
Apparently Cirzzo has climbed above that 98 and is hopefully going to keep that. Asmuund just creeping into the 97.9, so he could be catching up.
Yeah, but Asmuund is struggling a bit more But yeah, I say that Cirzzo's kind of dropping down a wee bit.
The tracking.
I don't know. But oh my god, I think Asmuund could definitely do better because of this
yes.
tracking.
Yes,
Oh.
just caught up. So they're both on that 98.2.02.
Oh.
Oh, it's so close between them.
Oh my god, are we gonna really get this close to the first match?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, Asmuund's just pulled it a little bit ahead. Only a couple
Oh,
of
yes,
few
there's
points.
a drop a wee bit. But there's one last wee bit.
Oh, and Asmuund's taken it. 0.05 lead.
Wow.
So close, even with that tracking. So much anxiety from them, by the way. He's done it.
What a
And
play.
Cirzzo has no replay to kind of give him that last chance. So
that is it. It's over.